What began as a project to move an adobe house has become an effort to move the nation. In 2006, the historic home of retired U.S. Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor was slated for demolition. When a few community leaders met to save it and plan its relocation, they didn't realize that this remarkable effort would one day become the Sandra Day O'Connor Institute. Founded in 2009 by Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, the mission of the O'Connor Institute is to continue her distinguished legacy of solving important social, economic, and political problems through civil discourse and civic action.
There was a time, believe it or not, where everybody tried to be civil, even though they might disagree fundamentally at the bottom line. And political discourse in those days was meant to really solve problems, not create new ones. And we'd like to create an atmosphere again where there's room for civil debate and consensus building.
At a time when trusted leadership is needed to address significant public policy issues, O'Connor Institute offers a nonpartisan problem-solving process. The O'Connor Institute is situated alongside the Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law in the Buse Center for Law and Society. At the O'Connor Institute, civic engagement intersects with public policy, where important decisions affecting our future are made through a process of civil discussion, critical analysis of facts, and informed participation of all citizens. Our civic engagement programs represent an opportunity to transform society. We create educational programs for all generations, including America Theater, the O'Connor Institute Civic Collaboratory, Camp O'Connor for 7th and 8th graders, and the O'Connor Institute Debate Society for high school students. Our Issues and Answers forums provide balanced, fact-based information to educate citizens on critical issues, featuring credentialed panelists who represent various perspectives. The Distinguished Speakers Series presents leaders and luminaries who foster the concept of civil discourse in public policy. Among our distinguished speakers are former Soviet Union President Mikhail Gorbachev, Pulitzer Prize-winning author David McCullough, former Secretary of State Colin Powell, and Nobel Peace Prize recipient President F.W. de Klerk. The O'Connor Institute presents educational dinners showcasing historic figures who helped define and advance democracy. Events include Dinner with Churchill, highlighting the Grand Alliance forged by President Franklin Roosevelt. Dinner with Jefferson, with Pulitzer Prize winner and presidential historian John Meacham, honors a revered founder of our nation. Our other public policy and education initiatives include the Millennial Council, civic salons, and the Sandra Day O'Connor Institute Fellowships and Internships. One of our proudest contributions is to document the life of Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman to sit on the United States Supreme Court. The Sandra Day O'Connor Online Library and Digital Archives is a vital source for information about Sandra Day O'Connor, from her early life through her quarter century on the U.S. Supreme Court to her most recent initiatives. In 2009, the historic adobe home built by Sandra and John O'Connor in the 1950s was relocated. The O'Connor Institute conserves the O'Connor House, making it available to the public for special events. The Sandra Day O'Connor Scholarship benefits gifted law students at the Arizona State University Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law. Each year, one exceptional scholar is selected for this honor. The enduring value of the O'Connor Institute is rooted in its past, yet its heritage lives on in the leadership role it plays for Arizona and our nation. Join our nonpartisan effort to continue in perpetuity Sandra Day O'Connor's important work to advance society, inspired by her leadership, intellect, and vision. Programs of the Sandra Day O'Connor Institute are only possible with generous contributions from people like you. Please consider supporting our ongoing programs through our scholarship fund, endowment, or planned giving programs. Your continued financial support is greatly appreciated.